What the jerk is up, everybody? Jando here, back at it with episode 9 now of the progression series. Wow, time has flown. It is, the first week since the big patch. I think last time I did the recording late, and I also apologize for the audio issues. I do hope it is better for this one. Please, I hope it is better. Anyway, yeah, coming from was live from Juck HQ, as we are on none other than the blaster, because this patch did one thing, and it made the blaster up. Stonks are up. Invest into the blaster. I've had a complete 180 on my opinion on the class with this update. Look, I was ready to demote this guy to a C10 mule that I was probably going to do last every single week, but now I am confident that with its current changes that it is something to invest in, as it has become a lot better. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Jucking will get its spotlight in the video, but let's get into the spreadsheet. Let's see what changes we have made. All right, so I've updated the overview finally after a long ass time. Mainly the biggest important things is, so the Ren, it's just doing the Grandis, Arcs, and Golics. Adele doing the same. The Blaster's only doing Grandis quests at the moment. No need to do Golics on it anymore. Hayato and Kana are just doing Grandis. The Hayato is actually currently getting the EXP from Grandis in Chronos. Good Warrior is only doing Arc and Golic. Same with the Shade. They've done with Arcane River. The Shade's done with Grandis and until it's 265. And the Dawn Warrior is still slowly getting to 260. It's currently 256. Starting level, no, that's the wrong level I filled out. The Lin is still getting the Arcane River dailies and a bit of the Grandis, since it did hit 260 over the week. And of course, the two newcomers, Wild Hunter and Demon Slayer. This is where the Wild Hunter is currently getting the Arcane River quests, and then the Demon Slayer is just getting Arc and Golics, but it's also doing Arcane River. I don't know why I didn't include that. It's just not getting the EXP from it just yet. Let's update that. Can I do my /? Oh my god. Alright, there we go. Fuck. Alright, there we go. Alright, cool. Alright, and then I have just to update everybody else. Gave everyone levels down here, because we did hit, I didn't comment on it last time, but we did hit a pretty decent amount of Legion. We're like 9347. I think I can just check. Let's just go bonk and double click on Jucking. There we go, 9347, which is pretty good. We are on our way to 9.5k. I think when the Ren and the Lin come over, we should be, that's like what, plus nearly 150 levels. There is a chance we may be at 9.5k when they come over, which is a pretty big boon. All right, back to the list. First up, Mag Soul event went pretty well. I have a bunch of Mag Souls waiting for any non-Genesis Pass libbed characters. The Blaster will hopefully only use a couple of these. I think Lin and the Ren have a couple. I don't know if they have a Dark Null that's chilling over there. Will be ported over soon. And then as we progress through, getting the Star Force room, we're making rounds. We are 7 out of 30 on the Breath of Artisans. 23 more weeks. We'll see what happens first. Do I max this out, or do we get auto cubes that just auto enable Star Catch for us? So it's like, what comes first at this point? But as for the mats, they're nearly done, and yeah, making good progress. Alrighty, let's go over what happened this week. Well, for the Ren, I cleared normal. I had no time to learn more about hard. So I gave it like 2 attempts, and I got like, I want to say 60% into phase 2. And like, if I give it more love, I can just solo it. Didn't do any Carling practice, didn't do any Kalos practice. It's right now, I am not confident in my ability to clear these Challenger quests before Challenger is over, because there's other stuff I want to do. You can also see my crazy day 1 of the patch, and then how I had to like set things out. Like all these are done. I forgot to update them. Done. Hey, look, I'm doing this now. All right, so this is also done. I'm at 0 at 180. All the bossing done. This is just the daily 3x from Challenger Shop in Challenger World for the Ren. And then, oh, look at me being, let me just do it live. All these are done, so you can see everything that I do per week. It is a lot. Oh, goodness. And then a little bit of, look, this is extremely, what's the word? I've lost of words. I'm overestimating what I can do this patch. Mainly, I'm more focused about this since the Blaster is a Legend Champion, so I want to get that up. And same with the Kana. The Kana isn't as prioritized because, look, Legion Champion slot 4 just came out and 5 isn't even out in KMS yet. So it's like, I don't need to up the Kana right now. It's just, I only want to do it because it has the VAC pet that expires on the 10th. And I think I need to do something insane, like 2 WAPs a day. But honestly, I don't need to overextend myself. Like, they're already up. Like, Kana at 270, I think is a fine resting spot for now. It doesn't need to do anything more than just be a C10 email at the moment until we get more inside the Legion Champions. And then, I'd much rather invest my time elsewhere. Again, the Blast Drop, I think that's good because once it's 275, you can do Black Mage, you can do Saren, and be closer to 280 than further away from it. More importantly, I can get a VAC pet for 30 days thanks to the Premium Grandest Pass. And I also have available for this patch 3 Transcendent Pots. And so I can, if I wanted to, get the Blast at 267 and then just like 3 buttons and get it at 270. And that's probably like my bare minimum. If I don't want to do anything else, I at least want to do that, as it'll just save a big headache. Or I could also up the Wild Hunter, Demon Slayer, get them all to 269 and then just pop the pot on one of each and hit 270. That will mean the Wild Hunter, Demon Slayer can get more symbols, reach the limit I have for them. But at the same time, they don't need to be, they'll be like my weakest C10 mules, but at the highest level. Like, here I am planning for April 12th, which is our next Honey Star Force event, to go ham on the Dawn Warrior and the Shade. And it's like, well, what about, they're only 260. Like, the Dawn Warrior isn't even 260 yet. So it's still weird. It's also, we'll get more into the Demon Slayer. It's only 236, and without event buffs, without burning, it's a slog to manually go grind to 260. Like, goodness gracious. I did opt into redeeming the Grandest Pass on a different character, as I didn't want to remake the Wild Hunter, as it had a bunch of nodes and gear on it already that I just didn't want to redo. It's like, and like, look, I have two slots left of what C10 mills that I want, so I chose Demon Slayer, which always interested me. So it's like, okay, it's fine. I'll make a new Demon Slayer. All right, let's get into the Ren. The Ren didn't really see much gains. The event stats now gone. We can now see the differences. I gained a little bit of range. I think that was from symbols. Honestly, I don't know what it was from. I got some damage. Somewhere, somehow. Only about an 8T week. Didn't do much training on it comparatively. Still only those 30-minute grinds.Maybe a bit more. I think I have some 3Xs that I do need to get through. But most of them will probably be redeemed on Chronos, as I put more focus onto there, which is a little like weird, like, or a little unfortunate, as like the Ren project on Challenger is like nearly done, and like maybe I should invest some time onto that more first, get it finished, because right now it's in the pitch waiting room, and it's like, look, it's in the biggest wall of basically any character that I have. Like, they need to start clearing any version, well, at least normal variants of Carlin Kalos adversary, at least, which means learning the mechanics, getting probably into a Prog, or finding people who want to do it every week, and slowly gaining the CIA pieces, because it is the next biggest upgrade, replacing 21-star CIAs with the 18-star internals. Because outside of that, it only has Arcanes left to Star Force, and that's about it. And even then, that's also a waiting room to get to accrue spares. And then, of course, bigger sources of damage will be from cubing, WSE. No, none of them. I think the secondaries, fake 3-line, the Genesis weapon is like 2-line with like 1 line of damage. Like there are some big gains from WSE, and I don't want to cube anything that's not a Mitch's Rage. So hard Seren's like bare minimum that I should be doing. But yeah, training is slowed down while prioring the new Centennial, which is the DS, which needs some more time. Didn't get much in terms of spares. I think I got like 1 on a box that I haven't redeemed yet, and no DOMs this week, which is crazy. And then there is also the question of, do I world leap on April 12th? This would mean I get about 30 more bill for that Star Force event, but the cost of that, I will lose 1 MPE, roughly 2 weeks of Mystic Frontier, about 1.5 bill. I think it's about 1.5 bill, mate. So it's like one of my like slime meals I won't be able to run, as I'll be running it on. I'm doing a boss meal instead on like a C10 meal on their version of crystals. Lose a bit of symbol EXP, which is it's not that much. Probably the biggest one is 10 days of capping star boxes, but it's like I don't like pay attention if I cap or not. It's like, cool, I'll do 30 minutes on the Ren, I'd do probably 30 minutes on either like a character in Chronos, and it's like, cool. If I cap, I don't keep count of it. So it's not a huge loss. And then I lose some efficiency with the Punch King coins, and honestly, it's like potato. It doesn't really matter. But I might just transfer the Ren over on April 12th, just so I have more money to use on the Dawn Warrior and Shade, because if I can get them to C10E clearing levels, hey, we'll be on the up. And of course, the link can stay. The link can probably stay till the 22nd. But yeah, this also means, I should have included this, less time to complete Challenger World challenges, which is clearing the E-Kalos, E-Culling, E-Adversary, and whatever. So if I find time, like Easter's coming up, so I could have some time off to just sit down and learn those bosses. But I also could have used that time to like train the Blaster, train the Kana if I wanted to, or train the Demon Slayer. So it's like I have to sacrifice which one I want to do more of. Honestly, it doesn't really matter, but this is what I think about. Also, I went up by Hexa by 0.2% EP. All right, the Adele. So what do I think of the Adele balance changes? This class is so much better to play. Good God. It was so much easier, so much smoother to play. Bossing was a treat. Still a little annoyed that Grave Proclamation disappears upon death. But hey, it is what it is. As for gains, so last week we were 211 mil CP. This week, mil CP gain. Wow. So I'm pretty sure. So symbols were already upgraded. So what did I get? I think Hexa stat 1 was maxed out, and the Adele I rolled. Got a book from Will. Got a eye patch from Damien. The eye patch hasn't been touched, but the book gave a cheeky 6 mil CP as I unlock 2 set. Not sure where the 4 mil came from, but also a cheeky little view of how it's probably the best way I could probably show the damage changed. About 5k more in Culver, which is pretty good. This is between getting the book and also just the balance changes, just how much easier it is to combo. And we got 2 dummies from, so 2 or 3? It was 2. I have 9 here, and I had, 7 last week. The Adele is on the up. Plan for it still hasn't changed. It's still kind of in the backlog where it's just waiting for, like, the Adele will be worked on after the C10 meals are established. One thing now is that the Adele is in basically a free spot to be able to clear. Like, it has the damage to clear Hard Saren and Black Mage. Like, I could, if I just lock in, I can just clear those easy peasy and get some damage for the account, which I eventually will have to. And I've done some Black Mage attempts on the Adele. It's much easier already. But I'm still bad at that though, so I only get up to like 50% phase 3. But look, that was only 2 attempts. Give it more tries. Oh, I was also up before event buffs expired. Oh, having to do it without event buffs is going to be Brutal. I've got 5 days to reset. Worst case scenario, I'll join a pug and just blow it up. All right, moving on to the blaster. It is what? Liberation Eve. One more night and this blaster will liberate. Scroll all the way down. Oh, spoilers. So last week we were sitting at about 130 mil, 137 mil CP, and this week we're at the 140 mark. I honestly don't know what I upgraded. May have gotten like some hexastat. Oh no, it's of course some of the balance changes moved the final damage as a passive now, so that must have been it. So look at final damage, 167, and then last week it was 161. So yeah, the final damage just went into a passive EP. And then you can see how much better the culvert is. And then one more week, 10 meals, and we'll be liberated. And I guess I can showcase some of the blaster changes. Before we get to do like a weird combo of when you like the burst combo was the hardest thing on blaster. Can I even combo here? Okay, cool, I can. So this is reload combo. I'm reloading. This is the basic one when you do cancel. So if we do some, best thing about this, don't have a charge. I can just go straight into it. That's just fantastic. And the things they made is that everything now procs your rocket punch. This is like your bread and butter. This is all on a 50-second cooldown. And this is now also on a 50-second cooldown. And the biggest change, this class is no longer ping reliant. And if we can go, so the burst has changed dramatically. So let's actually go into the boss room. All right, Zacham, I'm so sorry. I'll have to use your room. I think this is like the worst possible thing I could have tried because the background. Look, I need green. There we go. All right, green's good enough. So the combo now is that you throw Hammer Smash into a macro and then you just hold this down. Like bursting now, I can just do pop sequence, I hold this down, and you automatically, basically automatically combo. Not as efficient as it can be, but it doesn't matter because you instantly reload as well, so it's like whatever. But you just shit out 38 of these Hammer Smashes and you just go fucking crazy. And it's just so much easier. You can burst like that. And then you still have 20 stacks of Cannon Overdrive. You can just combo normally and just shit out bunkers whenever you want. So you're less pressured to like do an optimized combo. And there's also, let's showcase the full combo. This is like probably the hardest bit. Even though it's hard, it's still somewhat, it's much easier than before. So the combo now is, let's see if we do this. Pop this, and then we pop this thing, it procs everything. Okay, yeah, and then we pop this, and then boom, boom, bat, boom, boom, bat, boom, boom, bat, boom, bat. And this is comboing right now, that's blaster. Far easier, far smoother. It's all around just a good time. All right. And it's just, I don't know, it maybe just clicked for me. But before the patch just dropped, I would only get 14 of these bunkers out during the burst window, just because of how long this thing took to recharge due to ping. But now you have the full 50 seconds to get them all out. And even if you don't, this thing still lasts. Like this can run out, but I'll still have full gauge. I can still just do that, keep going. You will always get 20 out per burst rotation, which is just fantastic. Ideally, you want them all during the 50-second window because they are stronger. But yeah, this class has become a lot better. Much easier to pilot. Actually, it feels like it's 170, what's that? Let me put FAMs on. 144 mil. You had buffs on. But yeah, this looking forward to when this liberates and then where we can take this class going forward. All right, let's get out of this red map. It's hurting my eyes. Yeah, other changes is that we now have a on-demand iframe. This one here, the 2-minute cooldown's a little crazy, but it's a 3-second duration. You just go crazy with it, and then this thing has now this is now your mini burst, and it's also on a 6-second cooldown. Used to be 90 seconds, and this is now a burst skill and just does a shit ton of damage. This thing now does fuck all when it's on burst. You can still use the cancel, and I think you can if you cancel it with Bunker Smash or Bunker, it can get it's slightly better, but honestly, with how much faster they made Bunker Buster, it doesn't really matter if you cancel this animation. Like it's so quick. Besides, I am not running like cutting edge bosses. I'm on the front lines trying to min max. I don't need to be perfect on this class. All right, let's get back into it. The Hayato's again taking, similar to Ren, it's taken a back seat. It's had its spotlight. It did, however, get some tension over the weekend. I scrolled so far down. Oh my goodness. The last week it was 273 at about 33%, and this week's now 274, 26%. I did spend some time on this on the Rune Day. Got a bit of progress with Hexa, living on the Hexa stat 1. Slowly accruing. Oh, this is okay. I did a little cheeky update here. That's so nice of me. Upgraded some symbols. We're what? Sitting at 101. Now we're at 105. Not bad, not bad. Here's accruing spares. This thing could probably do Black Mage if I just give it some time, but it doesn't really need it. So it will just be daily story to 275. Between Monster Park and Grandis, it will, no, not Monster Park, Monster Park Extreme. I think it will be around April 12th that it will be 275. And not just 275, it'll just be doing dailies until it's maxed out on. I'm okay settling at 400. Ideally, like end game, this will reach all my Satanic Mules. Sorry, Legion Champion will go to 285. You get bonus damage on Kalos, but that's like, look, that's long term we're talking about. If I go 285, I better be doing Grandis bosses on these things, but having to do 6 Grandis bosses, maybe not. Maybe not. All right, let's keep going. We're 23 minutes in. We've done 4 characters. Let's speed it up. All right, the Kana. Scroll all the way down. Now, the Kana is sitting at, here we go. So 73 mil this week, it was 71, a little bit of CP gain, not too much. Still on target to liberate by June 20, that's May 21st. So about 2 months from now, it will liberate. It's clearing Satanic just fine, slowly accruing spares. Inventory's a mess. I don't really need to touch more on this character. Like, this is interesting where it's, despite the its gear is not finished, still have some pieces to do on Star Force, but I'm okay with its current speed at clearing C10. And it's slowly getting, I am giving it some attention with Hexa. Got about 842 frags invested on it so far. And I'll probably go until, ideally I think 3k is like the recommended amount for any Legion Champion. But look, Legion Champion 5 hasn't even been revealed or announced yet. We know it's coming, we just don't know when. So I don't need to go too crazy on this account yet. So it's okay to set at 270 for a while. With the VAC pet, I have it until April 10th, so I could go all out just this once to get a 275. But even then, I could just wait till Crown and then just feed it at Monster Parks. Like, I could just do that. So no real rush. The Shade. Similar spot. Arcane's has been maxed. It did lose some CP. I haven't actually maxed out these because I don't want to use my money yet. And it's Hexa. I've only got unlocked M1, M2, and M3. And still 260. Still accruing spares. And I've got a small little plan for April 12th of what I want to do to it. Estimated cost about 87 bill. The earrings and the Black Bean mark not possible. They're kind of spare gated. Everything else is possible due to all the spares. Let's see what happens, honestly. If I think even just getting most of this will be enough to take this to C10 level status, but it'll be curious to see its jump in damage gain, because this is like in drop gear 136, things like pseudo drop, pseudo boss, whatever pieces I have accrued there. But won't touch this for next week's Star Force event. I will wait until April 12th, have some large amounts of money to play with, and get this character on the up and up. All right, Dawn Warrior. Dawn Warrior is kind of a hard stock at 256, as other characters have. I've put priority on that, as I am on a deadline for at least Demon Slayer. But it's accruing, same as the slime, same as the shade. It's accruing spares. Basically doing the exact same thing I'm doing on the shade, I am doing on the Dawn Warrior. Don't have a slime ring, so it's a little cheaper. But yeah, not enough pendants yet. They'll probably just settling for 18 stars. But look, the Kana has 18 star pendants, and it's clearing just fine. But we'll see how this goes. So expect glow ups on the Dawn Warrior and the shade then. The Lin has finally hit. Okay, finally I have to scroll down. The Lin has finally hit 260 and is now enjoying Monster Park Extreme and the better Monster Parks. Unlock some masteries. I will be doing some weeklies on this thing until it's unlocked. I'll probably unlock. I should unlock Janus, but it's not really needed. Probably will unlock the Ascent and whatever. I think most of the damage comes from the toggles. So I'm not sure how much I want to invest in. Only about 100 frags are onto the Lin so far, and it's also in a decent spot to make some massive gains, because its gear is all. If we go up here, it's all epic. Like there isn't like no love attached to this thing whatsoever. And if I do a Star Force event first, it will be even better when DMT hits. Though, despite ever since its creation, still no cape or boot. Hard, Damien, and Lotus have not been kind on my rent for for spares. But yeah, if I don't upgrade, if I don't touch this on April 12th, I will be most definitely touching this on the one we get in May. If we get one in May, and we'll definitely be getting one in June. So yeah. All right. Now for one of the new kids on the block, last week the Walter was level 200 and 4.5 mil CP, a little gup. But then through the power of Hyperburn, it is now 10 mil CP. All its symbols are level 11. ETA on completion, due to event buffs being gone, will be May 24th. And then it should hit 260 after doing some dailies and monster parks by March 29th, which is fantastic. Its gear hasn't really changed. I did give it an arcane weapon. I think it already had that. It did. It just gained the ring, honestly, this thing. And it has no stat, but it just gained that. And all the other rest of the damage is from symbols. And it's V Matrix looking a little grim and bare. And that is because I have no node stones, and this is all just from like expiring node stones from like Mystic Frontier. And I'll be getting a big stimmy once the Ren is over, because it will be coming with like 2k node stones. So expect this all to be maxed when the Ren arrives on Kronos. And then for the last minute surprise project, we have the Demon Slayer. Last week, there was literally nothing to post here, as it did not exist. But then after 1 week of Prog, we're at 6 mil CP. Jaunt is going to be a C10 mil. I do like Demon Slayer, and it just made sense since it can share cash up inventories with Blaster and Wild Hunter. And I saw that the Grandest Premium Pass does come with a VAC pet, so it's like, fuck it. This will give me my best bang for my buck. Even though I ideally want it for a class that I could double dip with. That's why I made Shade as a 10 mil. I could double dip with its crit damage Legion block. But hey, it is what it is. This is more of a fun side project that was more of a bonus. And with its current prog, So it's 55 days to max out the symbols because the Grandest Pass just gives you level 10 straight out, which is insane. There is some, I do feel bad. If they remade the Wild Hunter, its progression would be so much faster. But this is technically a little bit more efficient if I do put in the time, get the Demon Slayer up. It is slowly gaining some stuff. Inventory is quite bare. I might, both with the Wild Hunter and the Demon Slayer, I might invest in some drop gear, get it to 180, which shouldn't be that expensive. But yeah, it's just, goal here is to get a 260, finish symbols, accrue spares. And then try and, it might be C10 ready. I'm predicting April or June. Now, a couple of interesting things about the Demon Slayer, because it's on the premium pass, it is, I'll actually go to it. Investigate my dilemma. So the reason what convinced me to do this is that of all the amount of free like mag pots we got from the event, that plus, where is it? The Goddess Blade, plus all the EXP vouchers. Now with the EXP vouchers, you could have hit 260 on a Wild Hunter in like 2 seconds. But no, I chose to make a new character. But even with like 240 gives me like 1300 and there's like, what, 5k more here. Even when I start doing dailies on it and Monster Park, I'm going to reach like around like level 256. That's including if I redeem the mag pot here. If I don't, like if I also use the transcend, like all 3 transcendent pots, I might, I think, just make it. But I don't really want to waste those growth pots like that. So what I might do is actually tough it out and train on this thing. One of the perks with Demon Slayer, of course, is their TP farming. So it's not like end of the world. And I've also got like some buff duration already. So it's like this class is ready to go. And it's not that bad. It's, look, it's still pretty bad, but it's not that bad. But yes, I do need to do like, God, with the rough calcs I did, maybe a whap a day on this thing, which is a whap a day with no drop gear and meso gear. Yeah. Well, that's that was a lot. Not too much. It was like 2 minutes over time. But that is the account to date. Next week we'll just be continuing to save money. Going for, I wonder if, did I include it here? Next week objectives, did I include it? Oh, it's down here. So I could theoretically make around, I'm expecting around 168 bill-ish, which should just be enough to fund both the Dawn Warrior and Shade and get them to C10 level, which is quite nice. So looking forward to that. I also did some math on where we can do all these mag pots. I've used these 3. I think I used 1 on the Wild Hunter to unlock Esfera faster. And then I've used 2 on I used 2 on the Demon Slayer to get a 235 faster. So a little inefficient, but I just wanted to get the symbols rolling. And then I need to work on Saitama World. Get the, I think there's 2 more mag pots there and 1 more Grandest pot, or Big Boy pot, the Transcendent one. But yeah, that's it. That will do it for me. It has been a busy week. We'll see how well I do next week. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. And until next time, wish you a good day. Catch you all later.